What is up, fellow lovers of football? A massive clash is taking place this weekend in the English Premier League on Sunday, the 4th of February. Arsenal will be hosting Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium in North London. Now, these two sides have met as recently as the 7th of January. In the FA Cup, Arsenal had home ground advantage here and were looking to capitalize on it. But unfortunately, the Gunners found themselves a goal down way later in the match in the 80th minute when Trent Alexander-Arnold floated the ball into Arsenal's box from a free kick, and unfortunately one of Arsenal's players, I think it was Kiwior, unfortunately managed to put the ball into his own net. Liverpool then doubled their lead in the 5th minute of injury time when Luis Diaz found himself on the end of a swift and clinical counter-attack and just managed to put the ball past the keeper. Arsenal then dumped out of the FA Cup by Liverpool, a match that they felt they should have won, and they would have felt very, very hard done by not getting a result there. Our team analysis starts off with Arsenal, the home side. The last 5 matches for the Gunners have been 3 losses and 2 wins. It was a very difficult period for the Gunners, but they seem to have righted all of the wrongs, and their last match was actually a 2-1 win against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, I think Arsenal fans will be so thankful that it seems Bukayo Saka has found his form once again, and with 10 goals and 12 assists, Bukayo Saka actually got one of those goals against Nottingham Forest. They'll be hoping that he's able to just continue this form and perhaps carry it on into this massive match for them. Along with Saka, the second goal was actually scored by Gabriel Jesus, and he has 8 goals and 5 assists for the Gunners this season. He too will be their number 9, the player they're looking at to actually get these goals. While Saka creates, it'll be Jesus' job to put these balls away into the back of the net. And I think again, Gunners fans will just be so grateful that he goes into this match against Liverpool with a decent run of form. And finally, I want to just touch on Declan Rice with 3 goals and 3 assists. Declan Rice has the ability to score goals, to create opportunities, but I think his role in this match in particular will just be to break down Liverpool's counter-attacks before they can happen. Because if he doesn't, I think Arsenal could find themselves overwhelmed very quickly on those quick counter-attacks. And speaking of Liverpool, the Reds find themselves enjoying a fine vein of form. The last 5 matches for them have ended in 4 wins and a single draw. Their last match, a 4-1 obliteration of Chelsea midweek at Anfield. If you did not check out that prediction video, perhaps give it a look. I will put the description down below. For Liverpool right now, they're going to be missing Mohamed Salah, but so far they seem to be doing perfectly fine without the Egyptian forward. Diogo Jota leading the way for them in his absence with 13 goals and 3 assists. Jota just looks like he wants to be getting goals all the time from all sorts of positions. He seems like such a hungry player right now. He's lucky because he's got Uruguayan winger Darwin Núñez there to just feed him with all of these balls. With 11 goals and 11 assists, Darwin Núñez knows if he can't score, he can create, and if he can't create, he will score. And finally, I want to talk Alexis Mac Allister. The Argentine midfielder, I think, will have a similar role to Declan Rice. His job, while he can score goals and create opportunities with a single goal and 2 assists so far this season, I think his role will be to sort of keep Arsenal's counter-attack in check. Just keep them contained, keep them quiet, and make sure that Liverpool are not the ones overwhelmed on counter-attacks. Okay, on to the head-to-head in the S3M2 Verdict. Now, the last 5 matches between these two sides have not gone Arsenal's way at all. It has been a single win for the Gunners, 2 wins for Liverpool, and then 2 draws. Recent history dictates that Liverpool have a massive advantage in this one. I think that perhaps also their form coming into this just makes the Reds an overwhelming favourite. They seem to be rampant up front, able to score goals with ease and just tear up the opposition apart at will. And I am expecting a very frantic match here. Both of these teams like to play counter-attacking style. I do know that Arsenal do have the ability to dictate play and maybe play a more possession style of play, but I don't think they will. I think it's going to be frantic, it's going to be end to end. It's going to be kind of like watching tennis. You'll just be watching the ball move from one end to the other in split seconds. There'll be very, very little midfield control, so that's why I think Declan Rice and McAllister will have such important roles, because when they are called upon, they'll have to be very aware and very critical and very decisive in what they do as well. The Reds seem to be so free scoring even without Mohamed Salah, which is something that we've seen them struggle with in past seasons. Whenever he's gone out to the AFCON or when he's been injured, Liverpool have really struggled, but that's not the case right now. Salah returns to Liverpool injured from the AFCON, but there's absolutely no pressure to bring him back early because everybody else is performing on a whole other level. Between Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, Cody Gakpo, everybody's just taken up responsibility. And I think it was so beautiful to watch in that match against Chelsea. They shared the goals amongst them. Even Szoboszlai got involved. Even the young player making a debut at left back, I'm not sure what his name was, but even he got a goal as well. So Liverpool just seemed to have a great atmosphere at Anfield right now amongst the team, amongst the fans. I think both teams will also be very wary of other teams around them in terms of their table position. Arsenal obviously third with 46 points, Liverpool leading the table with 51 points, so just 5 points separating the two. But you also have to remember that Manchester City are second, also with 46 points, but they do have a game in hand. Spurs also in fourth place, I think, on 43 points. So Spurs will be looking for Arsenal to slip up so that they can possibly put some pressure on them. City will be probably looking for a draw here, because a draw means Liverpool get closer to City, thereby opening the door for City to snatch top spot from the Reds. But a draw also means that Arsenal are able to put less pressure on City from the back. So I think City here will actually be hoping for either an Arsenal win or a draw. But I do think Liverpool win this one. I think they go out and they win by another 2 goals here. So probably a 2-0, maybe a 3-1. But I think Liverpool have far too much coming into this. Their form is just fantastic. They're rampant up front. It doesn't matter if they're conceding goals because they're just scoring so many more. They may have conceded 1 against Chelsea and 2 against Norwich, but then they scored 5 against Norwich and 4 against Chelsea. Liverpool hit you so hard on the counter-attack before you even realize that they're in your half. You're picking the ball out of the back of your net. And I think the hardest part about those counter-attacks is when it happens in numbers. It's not a case of 1 or 2 players running at you. They usually have about 3 or 4 players running at you at different areas of the pitch. The player on the ball becomes so much more dangerous because of all the openings he's got and all the available players he's got to play the ball to. And I think Arsenal might get caught on those counter-attacks because at times they do look distracted when defending. So I do think Liverpool come out here. So I'm going to go with Arsenal 0, Liverpool 2. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.